72 hours ago, my body was discovered.
Time of death, midnight-ish.
You ready for this? I'm seeing blood all over the place.
4 teams of amateur detectives are competing to solve the mystery written by Ian Rankin.
Hello there.
And claim a £50,000 reward.
You all came here believing that you could be detectives. Pick up your game.
The detectives all have their suspects.
Tony is hiding something.
He gave me a weird vibe. Let's have a look.
A land dispute divided the community.
Something at her. Shit the bed.
He's physically lifted her off the ground and shaken her.
A forensics report revealed I was pregnant.
Whose baby is this? Did they want rid of the baby?
She didn't happen to tell you that she was pregnant?
She told me. Don't know why.
Businessman Freddie Forrester let slip that he and Tony knew me from before.
Charlie did used to work at a club I ran in Glasgow, and Tony, he used to work as a doorman there.
Tony's lied to us. He didn't say he knew Charlie from before.
And my relationship with Jean was uncovered.
I was seeing Charlie for 4 weeks, something like that.
Jean?
I can't have this conversation right now.
Jean and Hamish are married. Theory, love triangle. Suspect number 1, definitely Hamish.
But the murderer is still at large.
We haven't let him do a runner, have we?
The next 24 hours will determine the detective's fate.
I'm not being funny. Your start was shocking.
They will have to present their case to the prosecutor.
What's your proof? What's your evidence?
No proof yet.
And the weakest team will be removed from the case.
Pack up your office. I am taking you off this investigation.
Hello, Coast Guard.
I need to report a punt got washed up on shore, South Beach on Hershire.
That's the southern beach on Hershire Island.
Aye, just below Jameson Farm.
Before the prosecutor has even arrived on the island, there's a new twist in the case that no one was expecting.
A phone call was made to the switchboard that an unidentified boat was washed up on the shore on the south side of the island. We've checked that call, and it appears to have been made by somebody called Logan Corrie. I think some of you may have already spoken to him.
There's a number of themes that are running through this murder inquiry. We know there's a pregnancy theme, which could be an issue. We know there's a property and land dispute, and there's also drugs.
Intelligence cell have confirmed that the island is being used as an importation route for Class A drugs. What we'd like you to do now is to think why this end of the island, why this particular beach, and if there's anybody who lives in the locality that could be linked to this.
New evidence can turn up at any time. It might be evidence, it might be intelligence, it might be nothing. You only disregard it when you are absolutely sure that is the right thing to do and it's not linked to our murder inquiry.
I got it.
You got it.
Is there anything that stands out about it?
Nothing.
The oars are missing. Yeah.
So what would you be thinking now then?
It's money laundering.
Money laundering?
Yeah.
Or is it drugs?
Yeah.
Parham and her deputies only know as much about the case as the amateur detectives.
One of the things that motivates murder is drugs and money. When you have something like the boat and the drug route into that island, you can't dismiss that. It has to sit there as a potential motive, potential reason why Charlie was killed. It could be as big as that, or it could be the old red herring. You don't know.
There's nothing obvious in any of the seals or anything. The key things we need to iron out to the people that we're speaking to have any clear links to supplying drugs, dealing drugs, or using drugs.
Who lives around here? That could be of any significance.
This is a prime location.
Yeah.
The only person that really lives as far as here.
He's got easy access to this side.
Access to this side.
Freddie or Alicia.
Yeah.
I think we speak to Freddie, grill him, because he literally
He's only been there for 2 weeks.
But then all of a sudden there's been a murder and now we've found a bit of drug smuggling, so it could be something.
Yeah. It's intriguing that Logan made the telephone call.
Yes, it is.
Was he out in his boat and spotted it?
They say people that are older become invisible. You're 76, I'm 64 now. Oh, the other day. Oh. Anyway, so you just suddenly think in life, why not? This is our time.
To be given the opportunity of doing something so exciting with the support of my best friend, I never imagined would happen. Where does Logan keep his boat, though?
Where does he keep his boat?
Yeah.
Today is Judgment Day. This afternoon, the detectives must present their theories to the prosecutor for the first time.
All right, Dot Rocks. How's it all whirring around in your head?
There's lots. And that dinghy boat, we feel scrambled.
The sample of the powder analysed on the boat found to be cocaine.
The detectives must build a convincing case or risk being taken off the investigation.
There's a huge amount of trust and confidence that you have to have in every single member of your team. Anybody who shows any sign of weakness, who can't cope, I will remove them.
The large amount of cash that was found in Charlie's house does maybe suggest some sort of drug crime. Why else would you have big rolls of cash?
Our rookies, they're all moving at different pace. Some are learning quicker than others. Trust me, you're not alone. If it's all a little bit fuzzy, a bit messy in your head at the moment, you need to start to compartmentalise different themes.
Okay.
If they're disorganised and unstructured as a detective in homicide, you miss things.
To get our thoughts out there would be
So
great.
get your thoughts onto paper. Are you missing that actual golden nugget that we need to get somebody charged and taken to court?
Yes, we've got to solve the murder. We're here to solve the murder. But also, as well, we can't be sidetracked by other things.
But we need to research if this dinghy is relevant to the case or not.
You asked for criminal record printouts?
Yep.
Intel have checked everybody?
The teams have requested criminal record checks on all suspects.
So there's some previous convictions of 2 people.
So you've got Freddie?
Freddie and Tony.
And Tony.
Right, so what do we have here?
As he suspected.
Tony, he's got a real history of Class C and Class B drugs and aggressive behaviour. Let's have a look at Freddie now, shall we?
Freddie, he looks dodgy, doesn't he? Arrested on suspicion of attempted murder.
When?
Charged with attempted murder.
In like 98, 99?
Murder charge not proven in court, released. Oh, what a dodgy little shit.
This guy's a grade A criminal.
We're going to go see Freddie now. We're just going to boom, 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 get the questions out and see what we can get out of him.
So who are you going to see now? You're going to go and see Logan, right?
Because he found the boat. If he's not involved in it, he knows who is involved in it.
Get your key questions to go and see Logan that you need to clear matters up.
Absolutely.
When you are investigating a murder, there is often a need to keep going back to people that you've spoken to already. Verify what you've heard.
Let's go. Okay.
Make sure you've secured that evidence.
The detectives have 6 hours left to gather further evidence and re-interview witnesses before the prosecutor arrives.
Someone is going to be getting eliminated today. I think if we smash this interview, find something that we need, it could just change everything between, staying or going.
You love Kate Fleming from Line of Duty.
because she's really cool.
I love Stella Gibson from The Fall.
Oh, Gillian Anderson's just stunning though, isn't it?
She is.
Can you imagine being her?
Powerful.
Yeah,
They are just
100%.
bossy women.
You just think if you saw that approaching you, you'd be like, whoa, what's going on? And every time I put a blazer on, that's how I feel. I just do, I can't help it.
Hello?
Frederick Forrester, I'm Detective Doc. This is Detective Rocks. We're going to come in and ask you a couple of questions about the murder that's occurred on the island, if that's okay.
Yeah, just follow me upstairs.
Okay.
Just up here.
So, Frederick, the reason we're here is just in regards to the murder.
Yeah, tragic. I couldn't believe it, you know, young woman like that.
Yeah, there's our chap just there.
Good morning. I'm Detective Chris and this is Detective Caroline.
Right.
You phoned about a boat.
The dinghy,
Yes.
like?
Yes.
The dinghy, yeah.
Aye, it'll be off the back of someone's yacht or whatever.
Have you seen the dinghy before, or...?
No, I've not seen that one before.
No.
No.
The first things first, we have heard you're quite friendly with Logan. Can you describe your relationship with Logan a little bit for me?
I've been out on his boat. He's an ambitious young lad. He's got land on the island, and he could sell that land, get a few quid in his pocket, and go out and have an adventure in the world. And I think he's kind of up for that.
So you think you're influencing him to say
Well,
that?
I'm not influencing him.
No.
What's your take on the boat being washed up? Did you discover that at all?
I don't know what the boat is, who it belongs to.
What made you make the call about that particular dinghy beached on that South Beach?
Well, it's someone's dinghy, it's someone's boat. Washed in on the tide, down on the rocks there.
Any others?
Nothing else.
Anything in it?
It was empty, Mr. Forrester.
Keep your eyes peeled and call it into the Coast Guard. I wasn't here.
I need to report a punt got washed up on shore on Hershire.
Have you had any conversation with Logan about the boat?
I don't think he mentioned it, no.
You don't think?
Okay, if you don't mind, we're just going to take 5 minutes to have a chat and come back and ask you some more questions. Is that going to be all right?
Okay.
When are we going to slip in criminal record to the drugs, the clubs? Yeah. I feel like we need to be harder on him. Okay.
I don't want someone to say that I'm not performing very well because I'll be upset.
There was drugs in the boat.
Because I don't like being told that I'm crap. I literally just went online to like an open university and bought a private investigating course. There's 8 assignments and you can get a diploma from it. And that's why we are going to prove them all wrong.
Are you ready?
Sorry about that. Will you be all right to join us back over here to have a bit more of a chat?
One thing we do just want to clarify, the old days Glasgow clubs. Can you just describe a little bit what that's like? The stuff you've seen, the things you've got involved in.
It's all in the past. It's a long time ago, you know, and I just think there's no need to rake over these old coals.
Old coals, that's fine. I mean, you've just had opportunities to tell me about your part. So what about all the other stuff on your record that we've seen? What have you been charged with?
I was accused of killing a man who had been at my club, and I walked free. The other charge was found not proven in court.
What other charge?
There was another charge.
That's funny. So do you not think that looks a bit suspicious? You've been here 2 weeks. There's been a murder.
Yeah.
You've got a criminal record. From our perspective, you're quite high up in the list.
It looks suspicious, I agree, but I think it shows a lack of imagination on your part to connect me with any violence that has happened on this island simply because of my past.
Kind of want to establish where you were the night before the murder. There was a meeting. How long were you there for, roughly?
I was back here by about 9:15.
And what time did you leave the pub?
And he finished his last orders about 9, half 9.
When you got home, was Mum indoors, gone to bed? Where was she? Did you see her?
Well, no, I mean, it's...
Yeah.
She was in about 10 or something like that.
So she didn't get back till about 10?
She went up to check on Hamish and see just how he was doing.
Oh, she went to check on
did she?
Logan? You home?
Why do you think she went to check on him?
It was a community meeting, and having this 48 hours make a decision, then piling the pressure on.
Okay.
Hamish is a good man. He's passionate about the island.
And do you think Charlie shared those passions?
She'd love to chat about it as if she did.
You now have a 48-hour window to make your decisions.
48 hours? You can't put a time limit on it. You're talking about people's lives.
I'm not even sure why you're here. This is for the residents of Hersa.
Who says I'm not planning on staying?
Jean? You know, he's a reasonable man, but obviously with him and Jean, it's not been...
So did you get wound up in the meeting?
Sorry, carry on what you were saying to him and Jean what?
Well, they're still married, technically, aren't they?
They're just separated.
Aye.
Do you think he still has a yearn for her?
I don't know, you just ask him. I don't...
Yeah, OK. So Mum got back about 10-ish.
Did she discuss with you what
she'd said to Hamish?
I was away in my room.
Okay, you were in your room, so she didn't shout
No,
for
she was
you
fine.
or-
No, it's just... No.
No.
But there was nothing. It's just...
No, just
regular,
just an
aye.
inquiry, obviously.
That's about it, I think.
Thank you very much, Cynthia. Okay, thanks.
Logan got home at 9:30. He saw his mum had then gone out to see Hamish.
Yeah, that's significant in itself, isn't it?
Yeah. Where did Hamish and Ishbel go together?
She said she went straight home, so that's a lie.
You see yourselves out?
That's great. Thanks very much.
Thank you for your time.
My bag.
You forgot your handbag.
Apologies. Thanks very much. That's very kind. Thank you. Okay, take care.
You got your driving licence with your address on that, have you?
I'm not buying it, mate. I'm not buying it.
I don't think I am. I think he could have something to do with the boat.
He's saying, you know, I was never convicted. I would never do something like that. You know, that was a changed man. But I think, yeah, but
that's still in you.
You'd get your someone to do your dirty work. So I think that just almost confirms, you know, maybe you are using Logan. He's actually here to distribute the drugs, and he's using Logan as his mule to do that. And they've got caught up in a murder.
Yeah. Let's go. Got to go sort my timeline out.
The prosecutor has arrived from the mainland.
I really want to know whether or not they have an evidential basis to start to lead them in a direction.
Claire Mitchell, QC, has been involved in hundreds of murder cases over her 25-year career.
It's not about guesswork, it's not about innuendo, it's not about gossip. What I need is concrete evidence that I can take to a jury to establish beyond a reasonable doubt that the person who is accused of the murder committed it.
Hamish, still #1 suspect for me.
Jealous.
She will judge the detectives' investigations and decide ultimately whether or not they should remain on the case.
Public enemy #1 is Tony.
Follow the evidence. The evidence will take you to the killer.
Sitting in a police station, Mama's going to come up and going to go, boy, why isn't it on your board? What I'm most afraid of is that I do miss something. That's a crucial piece of evidence.
Why would someone want to kill her? What does she know? Christ.
I'm using more brain capacity than ever before.
The vibe that we get from Jean is that she's scared of this man. Even when you asked her, you think he's capable of committing murder? Oh, that was it. Set her right off.
Are drugs involved? They found drugs at the scene.
We do know that she had big wads of cash. Cash often equals drugs.
Is she dealing drugs for him? My dad was keen for one of his kids to go into the police. You know, who wants to come and spend the day at work with me, etc. And we never did. So as the eldest of 4 siblings, it's great for me to go out there and make him proud. Being a detective is 150% harder than I thought. Like, I really think we've got something here.
I don't know what you think, because I'm standing here talking, they're going to come in a minute.
I know, but I
I'm
can't
just gonna
process it all. There's just too much, mate. I cannot.
Just
Big cheese, she is, isn't
Yes,
she?
absolutely.
Top brass.
Confidence is key. Confidence is key.
Nothing more we can do now.
I feel faint, I swear.
Relax. We've got this.
Okay.
Ladies, Mom, this is my colleague, Claire Mitchell. She's the prosecutor. She's the lady that you will have to convince to bring a charge against the individual at the end of this investigation. We just need
To remain on the island and be in with a chance of claiming a £50,000 reward, each of the teams must present their main theory.
Charlie's the victim. She's the most important person on this board.
I want to see their potential suspects, the evidence, how they've come to their conclusions and what led them there.
Do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I'll kick us off. I think first and foremost, we're working incredibly hard to get justice for this island. That's at the forefront of our mind. Having said that, we do have 2 key persons of interest. These people are Freddie Forster and Tony Slade. Tony Slade runs the local pub, rents out the victim's house, and we know that he has keys. We've also got previous convictions for drugs, alcohol and violence. Moving on to Freddie Forrester. He's only been on the island for 2 weeks. Knows both Tony and our victim, Charlie. He also has a history of attempted murder and murder. What I would like to draw to your attention is every single charge has been dropped. This is somebody who knows how to deal with the police and has got away with it in the past, so maybe has an air of untouchableness about him.
Why these two? What is it? Is it a previous conviction?
So the fact that they knew Charlie, that Charlie had worked for Freddie.
I'll just ask directly, are they on that notice board because of their previous convictions?
No. I think that's a bit of a misconception.
There's key themes that run through these two: pregnancy and drugs, and we know that these are...
Well, OK, stop there. What's your proof? What's your evidence in relation to pregnancy in these two men?
No proof yet.
Be very careful about being overconfident. It looks to me as if you've raced to get those two people on that board just because they've got previous...
I need to focus on what evidence we can bring. Giving me two men that work in nightclubs in Glasgow have got criminal records. It's not evidential. I can't use it before a jury.
Yeah.
Previous convictions aren't admissible in a court of law.
The jury are so affected by hearing about previous convictions that it in fact overshadows the evidence.
So you need to go back to the drawing board, all right?
Okay.
Obviously, a big theme that we've got at the moment is the meeting that happened the night before her body was found.
We do think that we can get a lot more out of Jean if we was given a chance to. Just because she was only here for 6 weeks, Charlie, on the island, it does seem like they've got a very significant friendship within such a short period of time. There's something that Jean isn't letting on.
Have you not spoken to Jean?
We have spoken to Jean, Mum, yes.
Yeah.
Out of no fault but our own, we hadn't realised that they were the photos on the fridge of Jean and Charlie together. We do have this, the picture of drugs that were found in the front room. Drugs could be linked to Tony, Logan or Freddie.
OK. All right, so at the moment you've got your theories, but it hasn't progressed to the next stage, so you're still at the scoping exercise.
Obviously, we don't want to rule anyone out because everyone sort of has links back to Charlie or to each other, but I think the route that we are following would make our person of interest, Freddie.
Freddie, we know, has got a criminal record with drug misuse, so we're wondering if Freddie has come in wanting Logan's land. Maybe he's grooming him into being involved with drugs and the potential sort of distribution of them.
You said, Freddie, he might want Logan's land. Do you have any proof of that?
We have spoken to multiple people that have said, I can confirm, you know, Logan wants to sell the land to us.
But sorry, can I stop you there? What I asked you was, do you have any proof that Freddie wants Logan's land? Do you have proof yet?
No, Mum. Not as of yet, Mum, no.
You're pulling out themes, but you're not yet drawing any conclusions at all. Now, this is a murder inquiry. We want to try and solve this as soon as possible, and we're going to have to start focusing in.
Yes, Mum.
Thank you, Mum.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Fucked it.
Is that it?
Absolutely fucked it.
We've laid it out on the table, mate. And if she don't like it, well, it's done. Why are you on the floor?
I'm just done with everything.
What we have here is what we believe could be a probable motive for the murder of our victim, Miss Charlie Hendricks.
To remain on the case, the detectives must convince Prosecutor Claire and the Chief that they have what it takes to solve my murder.
We like to call this a little bit of a love triangle or a fatal attraction.
We established Charlie has been in an intimate relationship with Jean Grant. Jean has told us that her and Charlie were in love.
According to Jean, Hamish hates Charlie. He hates the fact that they're in a relationship, so why not just get rid of the problem so that he can rekindle his relationship with his wife? So the suspect that's at the top of our list is actually Hamish Goldie.
Sarah, let me just stop you there. You don't have suspects. You cannot turn them into suspects until you get authority from me. So I've got some real concerns there because you've focused on, you called it the fatal attraction. It's almost like you've put a story around Hamish.
This would never stand up in court. Don't be sidetracked by gossip, rumour, stories. Follow the trail of evidence. You will find the killer and we will find ourselves a prosecution.
I see motive. Like, people do kill because of jealousy. That's a motivating factor. But we are just light on evidence. And we really need you to perhaps broaden things out.
Yes, ma'am. So at this present time, we have 2 persons of interest.
Hamish and Tony. Charlie came to the island 6 weeks ago and she went to live in the manse belonging to Tony.
Tony, the landlord, knew Charlie in the past. Charlie told him the night of the meeting that she was pregnant. So that was a bit of a bombshell.
When Hamish was leaving the pub, according to the CCTV, he had an altercation with Charlie, which was extremely aggressive.
This man is picking this lovely girl up by the collar and shaking her till her feet came off the ground.
He and Charlie were of the same mind about the rewilding development. She was the key to stopping the plan.
So, Chrissy, I'm going to have to stop you there. So, the person of interest you said was Hamish, and who else?
Yeah, and the other one was Tony.
I'm not seeing the connection with Tony, the landlord, being a person of interest.
She knew him from Glasgow, so we're not entirely sure that they didn't have an intimate relationship in Glasgow.
If she hadn't got an intimate relationship with him, why would he be the only person she's told that she's having a baby?
How do you know he's the only person that she's told?
At the moment, we don't.
No, at the moment we don't.
The evidence is just not there for me.
OK.
I just wanted to point out too, if I may quickly, that Ishbel, she told us that after the meeting she went straight home and went to bed. But in fact, we've since found out she left home and went and visited Hamish at his home later that evening.
Were you able to, as yet, clarify with Ishbel or Hamish whether or not they accept that happened?
No.
That's maybe something you might want to follow up on.
OK.
All right. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Blown it.
Thank you. Thank you for your work so far.
Thank you.
There we go. That's that. Another roaster.
Yeah, we did what we could. Don't get upset. We just have to take that one on the chin and then, yeah, just wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's just review where we are with each of the teams.
The detectives have been assessed constantly over the last 3 days.
So much pressure today, it's been horrible.
One of us is going to go out.
We'll see.
What are your thoughts on Dutton Rocks?
The crime scene, walk through the blood.
You know, they're not getting everything that they possibly could every time they speak to somebody.
I won't be too disappointed. We just have to wait and see.
Sarah has got a great deal of empathy about her and she really connects with people really well.
They should be focused on providing evidence rather than theories and Hollywood ideas.
Yeah.
Pretty big grilling, and I think they don't like how confident we are.
Nick and Andrew.
Like 2 really excitable children. Lots of assumptions, lots of theories.
They were making kind of wild accusations when we asked them, you know, justify that. Where's the evidence for that? It seemed to fall apart.
Well, we can't do any more.
Caroline and Chrissy.
They do get bits out of people that other people don't. Maybe by luck or judgment, I'm not too sure.
They showed us some extra information that wasn't brought out elsewhere.
Most people think that they can be a detective. We're sat at home, we're having a cup of tea, we're watching a detective programme where there's been a murder, and we all like to think we can solve that murder. But the reality is far different. Our teams are struggling with how to think straight, how to talk to people, and how to formulate plans that if they were sat on the sofa back at home, they would have had them locked up before the first ad break.
Evening, Mum.
As you know, one team will be taken off this case. Andrew and Nick, every time you put anybody forward, you must have evidence to back up your theories. Caroline and Chrissy, you struggled with the murder scene, but have extracted a lot of information from the witnesses. Sarah and Richmond, when I first saw what was on your board, I was really concerned. I was wondering if you were doing a murder briefing or if you were actually going to write a novel. Rox and Dot, your interviews are full of closed questions. Your structures have not been apparent for us to see. I was very concerned about your thoroughness and your analytical processes. I am very sorry. Pack up your office. I am taking you off this investigation.
Yes, Mum.
Yes, ma'am. Jesus Christ.
Oh, literally the most gutting feeling in the world.
It's definitely not as easy as they make it out on TV. Okay.
To come here and, like, you've put so much time and effort into it and it just feels like it has been cut short.
Where we started off at that crime scene to then when we went into that interview with Freddie, I feel like we have gone such a long way.
Yeah. Interviewing all the witnesses in such a short amount of time, that was the hard bit. This is now where it starts piecing together and you can process everything. And we don't get a chance to do that. It does suck.
Well done.
Completely surprised that it's not us.
Come here, love.
Okay, chum.
Got a second chance, we know.
Yeah, we've got a second chance,
We can't fuck it up no more. Like, everything we do has to be top notch.
Well, now we need to go back to the drawing board and actually get some evidence.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, we need to crack it.
For sure. We might be in danger, so we can't just rest on our laurels.
The remaining teams have been told unless they find strong evidence, they'll be off the case tomorrow.
When we go and see Tony now, let's try and see if we can get a little look around.
See if we notice anything that doesn't belong there. Maybe a missing knife.
Yeah, murder weapon. You know, your dad's advice to us was investigate, don't speculate. The pressure feels like it's on. We want to make sure we stay on the island, but it's difficult to do that without speculating in some ways to try and show that we're making progress. And it looks like one of the deputies is here as well.
Hi, sir.
Okay. Yeah, not bad. Oh, hi, Tony.
Hi there, Tony.
Hello.
We're just here today for a few follow-up questions. Won't take long.
Do you want to come in?
Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Come on in. Help yourself home.
Remind us again, how do you know Charlie?
Well, Charlie arrived on the island about 6 weeks ago. She's friendly. She's, well, you know, she's not really caused a lot of bother with me.
Freddie mentioned to us that you knew Charlie from before. Did you ever cross paths?
Yeah, I wondered this was going to come up, actually. Yeah, yeah, we did.
We didn't realise that you two had worked together in the past.
Yeah.
So when she came on the island, what did you think?
You've got to understand, you know, like, Sonia and I came here for a new start. It's not unheard of for people to arrive in Hersham and be looking for a new start themselves.
And why do you think Charlie was looking for a new start?
We never really had... we never had a chance to establish that.
So Charlie came to the island, you very kindly let her move into the house. Did she ever contact you?
If she needed anything.
Yeah. And how would she do so, sorry?
Oh, just pop by.
Yeah.
Text.
Texts?
Yeah.
Would you object if we were to ever have a look at those texts or get a record of them?
No, that's fine. That's absolutely not a problem at all.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, I'll maybe go and grab it for you.
Maybe just come up and come with you and grab it.
Is it okay to have a quick look around the house as well? Like, could you show us around?
Why do we do that first then, while I get the phone?
Works for me.
There's not a lot to see. Just, yeah, it's the living room. Through here, bedroom. There's a bathroom just down at the other end. So,
yeah.
I'll just hang fire if you guys want to dot about.
Am I okay to open things and stuff? If he comes in and finds me, look at this. Shortbread.
When you search a room, just go round it like that.
Okay.
Yeah? So just, yeah, so you know that you've done everything that you need to.
I'm not really expecting to...
Again, don't forget, come round here. Methodical, yeah, you can...
Actually go under stuff as well.
Just have a little look.
Basically just looking for something that doesn't look like it belongs here. Clothes, murder weapon. No. Nothing. Nothing.
Andrew, how are you getting on?
Getting on all right.
Is there anywhere you still need to look in here?
I've searched the drawers in here. I've opened that. Try opening down there.
Where is he?
He's gone to get his phone.
We haven't let him do a runner, have we?
Let's just go and have a look.
Tony? Tony?
Tony?
Tony? Tony? Tony?
Tony?
Tony? I think he's done a runner.
Hello?
Tony? Do you check the bar quickly?
Tony?
It's not down here then. Tony?
Let's have a look in here.
Tony?
Uh-huh.
You all right?
Yep, fine.
What was he doing?
What is it, Tony?
What were you up to in here?
What are we up to then?
Just the parcel up there.
Oh, yeah, perfect. What is that, Tony? Yep.
Right, I know it doesn't look good, okay?
Okay.
Right, but a couple of days ago that turned up and you guys arrived. I just thought it was best to just get it out of the way. So, listen, I know it doesn't look good, okay? It doesn't look good, I know that.
We're arresting you for possession of Class A drugs. Anything you do say, maybe given in evidence.
Listen, I'm not going to do a runner. You can let me go.
No,
okay?
yeah, no, I trust that, but...
All right, Tony, if you want
to jump in the car.
Bring your head down. All right, let's head back to Ardmere House.
You have 24 hours to keep somebody in custody, and if you've got the right person, they're dangerous. You can't afford to let this person go. You've arrested somebody. You probably weren't expecting to do that.
No.
Think about, you know, any reason why someone might have a block of cocaine. Is it an innocent explanation, that sort of thing, okay?
They said you're trying to conceal this item.
I just wanted to put it somewhere where I knew that they wouldn't be able to find it.
Right.
Tony has requested advice from a criminal defence lawyer.
It's important that you make no comment to any question put to you. The advice is always the same, not to say anything which may lead to direct evidence against yourself. Jury trials and judges in Scotland cannot infer guilt from a no-comment interview. You have a right to silence and a right not to incriminate yourself.
Be controlled, get what you need out of this.
Yeah.
When you arrest somebody, you now need to be at top of your game with all the information you have ready to put the questions to that person. Make sure you tick off what you need before that button is switched off again.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, let's get this tape started.
It's not looking good, Tony, I'll be honest with you. We've found a large quantity of Class A drugs. You know, we're not here to judge. From where I'm sat,
just done that
doesn't
already.
Look great. How long have you had the drugs, Tony?
No comment.
Where did the drugs come from, Tony?
No comment.
Is there anyone else on the island who's involved?
No comment.
Tony, I understand no comment, but we were there. We were there when you were trying to hide them. Are you sure you don't want to tell us anything?
No comment.
When you are first met with a no-comment interview, it's incredibly frustrating. Sometimes as a new cop, you think, why don't you just tell the truth and just admit what you've done?
Does someone else on the island bring these drugs in for you, Tony?
It doesn't happen like that.
Are they coming in a boat, Tony?
But you can still get people to talk if you're clever enough. You have to employ different techniques. Break that person down.
Is this in any way linked to Charlie?
No comment.
Okay, Tony, this is really your opportunity to try and come clean around why.
Nick's gonna try.
Okay, Tony, we've had an interview before and you said you've known Charlie when you worked as a bouncer at the Nice Club.
Don't answer that question. Was to challenge the relevancy of these questions. Is this relating to the suspicion of the intent to supply?
These were found at Charlie's house.
Was Charlie selling for you, Tony?
Yes or no? Close question.
No comment.
Did you and Charlie ever have a relationship beyond dealing drugs?
Don't answer that question.
Okay, do you think it's funny?
Does Sonia know?
No comment.
How would Sonia feel?
I don't answer that question. Asking direct questions about a third party. If you could ask questions about my client's own direct involvement, he may be able to answer those questions.
Okay.
That's it. Giving up.
Sounds like it to me. I don't think they know what to do.
I think if we're just going to get a no comment interview, we can draw it there then. So I'm going to stop the interview. Okay.
Tough interview, wasn't it?
Yeah, just like what a smug git as well.
We
like,
knew he was going to do no comment.
Don't know, I thought he might have taken the opportunity to like come clean, but I guess he's just a baddie, right?
So, how did that go?
Very difficult interview, yeah.
Solicitor was all over us.
What did you get out of him?
Nothing, not a Scooby-Doo.
Why?
No comment.
No comment, no comment.
I said to you, get him talking.
Yeah, yeah.
And you land with that first question, which is, it's not looking good for you. After you said, it's not looking good for you, you said, oh, but I'm not here to judge you. You've just done it, mate. You just judged him. He's now shut shop completely. Honestly, I expected you to follow that with, you're going to get a 25-year stretch, son.
Yeah.
So you, I mean, I'm not being funny, but that was your start was shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I looked like you gave up at the end.
Yeah.
You know, whenever you get in these situations where, you know, the gas is turned up on you a little bit, you've got to start to think, stop, get back into where I need to be and get what I need out of it, okay?
Spot
okay,
on.
lesson learned.
Cheers, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay.
We got absolutely nothing out of Tony while got him banged up downstairs. Let's go and see if we can rattle Sonia a little bit. Let's find out if she's ever been suspicious of Tony dealing. Okay, let's do it.
Let's go.
Okay, so today we're focusing on how to change the world, okay? So...
She might not know that we've arrested Tony, so let's just be careful what we tell her straight away, all right?
Yeah.
Can someone tell me a way to change the world?
Eat less meat.
That's actually really, really good. Anyone else?
Stop climate change.
Stop climate change. Fantastic. This is really smart stuff, guys. I love it.
Hi, Sonia. Have you got a minute? We can have a quick chat.
Yeah, sure. If you just want to wait outside.
Will do, thanks.
Guys, keep reading these and I'll be right back with you, okay?
Hi, Sonia.
Hi there.
Tony's been taken into custody. I'm not sure if you're aware.
No, I haven't.
No.
Been told.
We can go into more detail down at the station if that's okay. If you're happy to come and do a quick voluntary statement, I'd rather do that down there than do it here if that's okay.
Well, yeah, because I'm at work.
It won't take too long.
Okay, sure. I just need to get cover for my class. I'll be right back.
Thanks. If you're happy to just hop in, that's fantastic. Thank you.
Thanks. Sorry, did you say Tony's here right now?
Tony was picked up earlier today. Andrew and I had gone round to speak to him.
So you arrested him?
While we were going around the house with him, we found this, what has been identified as a brick of cocaine.
Tony doesn't seem like the type of guy who would be embroiled in anything crazy, so we just want to...
He's not that guy.
Okay. Is there anything you can tell us about it?
This is a misunderstanding. This was given to me by a child in my school. He found it and then handed it over to me.
Okay. And did they say where they found it?
Down by the beach somewhere.
Do you know which beach it was?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I brought it home. We were planning on giving it to the police. So many things happened, and then next thing you know, Charlie dies. We weren't trying to sell it. This is a big misunderstanding.
Okay.
We need to be on the same page, darling. Freddie Forrester might take it off our hands.
I thought we left that old life behind us.
It could lead to a fresh start.
So what's selling the land?
When we spoke to you last time, you, for whatever reason, didn't highlight this to us. And then I didn't get the feeling when we spoke before that you knew Charlie from before.
Because it just feels like the next step is to just implicate us, and then it looks like
Tony or
No,
myself.
Of course not, of course
you know,
not. Yeah.
Murder Charlie, and I just want to make that clear that
trying to do.
this looks bad, yes, but
Whatever's been said before has been said, but now's the time to be as honest as possible.
I'm being as honest as possible.
And
I'm trying to be as helpful as possible. I've told you everything I know. We don't sell drugs. We're just trying to live a peaceful, simple life.
We've had other officers going to see the child and the parents who have verified the story of Sonia and Tony.
There's no further evidence or reasons why my client has to remain in custody. He should be released without charge at this stage.
That seems logical based on the information we have to hand.
Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers. Cheers. Yes, babe.
How'd it go?
Yeah, I think they believed us. Okay. Okay, right. Let's go.
And in our own paradise, there walks among us a murderer.
I've told you everything that happened that night.
Next person is Alicia. My goodness, you did have axe to grind with Charlie.
Charlie's death has nothing to do with the land development.
I didn't even know who she was.
Examination and DNA report from the scene.
Logan's grease spot looking in through the window at her in here.
At this minute, I feel like it could be anyone's game.
There's a 90% chance we're going home.